everyone, and welcome. Let's see if this is working. Yay! We had a little bit of trouble, but we're back. Looks like we're working. Yay! Welcome, welcome. How is everyone doing today? Now, why is that stuck on there? Hi, Dawn. How are you? Oh. There. We'll just do that. Welcome. Okay. I spent probably 3 hours working on this yesterday. And overnight, it deflated. So I thought, well, what a perfect opportunity to show you how I made this one by taking apart and redoing it, because it's a Valentine's gift for my grandson, but it doesn't have to be a Valentine's gift. It could be a baby's gift for a baby shower or a new arrival or whatever. So we're just going to take this sucker apart and start over. All right. So there's our ribbon. Now what I did was I covered this box with tissue paper. I taped the ribbon on the bottom, then put some stuffing in here. So we're just going to put that aside. And now we're going to take the balloon apart. Now in the balloon, I have several things, and I thought, you know what, it doesn't look stuffed enough for me, so we're going to add a few more things. But this is the thing I want to try and keep hold of. You use regular 4-pound fishing wire in this. So, you know what, we're just going to cut it because I know I can't salvage it. So we're just going to start all over. All right, and I'm going to try and pull this through. Yay, and leave it still attached, because let's see if we can get this undone, because I didn't want to lose that. I tried it several different ways and finally got the fishing wire to stay. So we're taking it apart. Say hello when you're popping on. Let me know where you're watching from. All right, let's dig into this and see if we can only cut the balloon and not the fishing line. I actually took a balloon stick and shortened it just enough to hold the shoulders of this little outfit. This is for my new grandbaby. So we're just trying to get all this off of there so we can get the fishing wire out. Fishing line, not wire. Sorry about that. But at least you'll be able to see how I constructed this. And this happens. If you do not have it sealed properly, this will happen. That's why when I'm making a gift, I like to let it sit a day or two to make sure that doesn't happen. Although this is for my newest grandchild, he's not going to care that much. But I got him this little puppy dog outfit that now has all this stuffing attached to it. So we're going to lay that there. I put a little bow tie at the top there in the middle. I thought that was cute. Hey, how are you? Andrea. Hate calling you Angie. Doesn't seem right. Okay, so then I had this little outfit. His older brother is so into Paw Patrol that I thought he is just going to absolutely freak over this. Then I had a couple balloons in here. Andrea, I'm showing him how this balloon, I spent hours on it yesterday and had it all set up, and it deflated overnight. So we're going to start new, because that's one I want you to see how to do. These are are kind of hard to master, these Bobo balloons, but this is different than what we've done. So what I'm going to do, this balloon has 2 openings. It has a wide neck, which is the widest of all the Bobo balloons out there, and it has this little one on the side. So what I want to do, the one on the side, I've been stretching this out. So what I want to do is I want to tie this closed, okay? Because we're working with this in here and we're going to be blowing it up occasionally. Uh-oh. You're not in trouble, I promise. All right, so I've stretched it out in several different directions. That's what you have to do with these balloons. And that's just to eliminate it from popping. But the hardest part is up here when you're bunching this all together. So what I might do is I might get my heat sealer and bring that out and then see if we can seal it at the top. Once we get the little outfit positioned where I want it. So I want to put 3 little balloons in it. So let's get those blown up. Now, I do have, and it's not in here, but I do have a measuring, it's actually 4 or 5 pieces of plastic that has different circles cut out in it. Because when you're making an arrangement, you want to make sure that all your balloons are the same size. So if you're doing 4 inches, you want to stay at 4 inches. And these actually go through the circle to let you know if they're okay. Now, what you can do with these, don't cut these off. You can actually connect 3 of them together to put in the bottom. The more you stuff these, the better off you are. But I don't know why. Now what I'm going to do is kind of push it out like that. These are the, I think the 5-inch. But I'm not blowing them up all the way. My stuffer just came about a half hour ago. It wasn't supposed to be here till tomorrow. So I'm excited to try it. Let's see, that's a little bit bigger. Nope, that's too small. You want to be consistent. That's what makes for a beautiful balloon. So, and there, I'll put it in the comments. There are 2 balloon sizes you want to use, or balloon types. Because I told you I used those Dollar Tree ones, and they're nice. They worked in a pinch, but the coloring is not consistent through the balloon. So now what I'm trying to do is put the remnants of this other balloon in here. Okay. And we're just going to throw this out. I priced these out. These Bobo balloons are 31 cents a piece. And in the beginning, you're going to rip through a bunch of them until you get the hang of it. Just saying. All right. So I kind of want to loosen this up a little so it's not all clumped. Then I want to put my balloons in there. Now I could, when I get them in there, I could tie them together, but I'm not going to. And believe me, this is so much easier on a balloon stuffer because what it does is you put this down through the middle and it actually sucks the balloon wide open and keeps it attached to the sides so you can work and stuff in there. But I didn't want to, I don't know how to use my new stuffer, so I didn't want to work on it just yet. Now, I'm going to try and blow this up a little bit. Oops, wrong end. Lost some of my stuffing. It's going to be harder to do this with the balloons in there. It'd be easier if it was on the stuffer, but it's not. So I had a couple little heart balloons in there. I was going to put the puppy dog in there, but I don't think until I get this to seal properly, I don't want to attempt to stuff one more thing in here. So I'm going to put that in there too. If you have really sharp jewelry when you're doing this, I would definitely recommend. Hi, Brooklyn. Hi, Rach. Thank you. All right. So we're going to attempt this again. Now, all right. I told you I have a balloon stick in here that's shortened, so it stays within the shoulder blades. I then took a 4-pound test fishing line, and I don't know if you can see this. Let me see if I can bring you in. But I kind of looped it over itself. Then I put one of those little pro glue tabs and attached the bow tie, and then kind of attached it all together. I'm just trying to get the stuffing off of there. All right, now what you would do is, see if we can stuff that back in there. We're rolling it up from the bottom because when we put this in there, and this is really going to be hard without my stuffer. Do I dare? Well, let's see if I can get it in there. Because of these balloons, let me take one out. I know what you're thinking. She's going to pop it. We'll find out. But I was so disappointed when it came out this morning and it was deflated. These little foil balloons are pretty resilient, let me tell you. And I could get all this in there if I had it on a stuffing machine. But I packed the one up that's going back. Let's see if I can get this like down in here somewhere. All right. Now what we kind of want to do is we kind of want to take it down like this. I don't think this is going to work with this balloon. Well, we're going to give it a try. And then you want to make sure that your fishing line is up through the hole, because as you're blowing this up, it's going to inflate, and this is your only way of holding that outfit up. If I can't get it to work, I will bring in my machine. I hope, because there's not really any room for it. And I'm sending it back, the old one, because I wasn't happy with it. What I'm trying to do is unbunch this stuff up here. Actually, you know what? We could do it this way. I want to heat seal, but I'm afraid if I heat seal, it's going to heat seal the fishing line. And if it heat seals the fishing line, then we got to start all over again. Let me see if I can blow it up a little and work that down some and trim. Where's the fishing line? Yikes. There it is. All right. There's definitely an art to this. You're not going to master it the first couple of times. Believe me. I know. All right. I think I'm going to get my heat sealer. And we're going to try and heat seal it. And don't worry, we'll still have... Come on. There. It was a lot easier to work with yesterday because I didn't have as much stuff in it. And I could get all of it in if I had it on a stuffing machine. Now this should always be set at like 3 or 3.5. All right. So we want to get the bulk of the fishing line down in there because we want to have just a little bit of the line hanging out. So we'll let that set up. And then we're going to heat seal across the top. Get this to bend a little. I'm going to try it that way because we still have this here on the end that we can use to blow up in. So we're good. Hey, Tiff. I'm just letting that warm up. Okay. And we're going to try heat sealing it right there in hopes that it doesn't cut off our test line. Some people, they have the rounded balloons and they will cut the seam and then they will stuff everything in there and then go back and just heat seal around. But we're going to try this. And maybe because we have 2 pieces up here, if one breaks, we'll still have access to the other one. It's really hard. I can't show you the line because I doubt that you'll see it. And the whole idea behind using the fishing line is to make it look like it's suspended. All right, let's try it. Because this is one step I didn't do yesterday, and that might be why it deflated. Or not. Now see, that's not even. Come on. Let me test up here till we get the right temp. Now that worked, and it's still left the fishing line to pull it through. Okay, so it didn't heat the fishing line. This is all trial and error. There are a lot of professionals out there that do this that I'm sure you could learn more from than me, but it is what it is. So I'm going to try and go on a curve, because if I can go on a curve, we might be able to flatten that top out. Why is it sealing part of the time but not the other part? Come on. Maybe I didn't let it heat up enough. Let's see, one space. I'm not going to cut anything off just yet because see if I can pull that through. All right. So we're going to trim here and open this up. And this is always the hard part because this will stick to itself. So to get your opening there. I'm learning. All right. Push that back. Don't want to burn myself. But I am bound and determined to do this. So I belong to a stuffing group, and those girls are amazing because there are times you get so frustrated you just want to throw in the towel, and they're like, I've been there. Hi, Marcia. Okay. We got an air leak. Do we? Oh. Turn that around. Watch this. It's getting really tight. Watch this just like pop on us. Be my luck. Ah! Well, there goes one side of it. All right, we're going to heat seal again. Oh, sorry about that, Nanny Dot. Okay. There's just so much bunched up here. That's why it's so hard to do. All right, let's try it again. I will get it. May not be today, but I promise I will keep trying till I can do this for you. I can feel it coming out. There. Yep, it's coming out. All right, let's do this. Then, once I find my fishing line, I'm going to pull up on it. And then we're going to try and just clamp this. I have my fishing line. Okay, the heat did not work. So we're going to use a 260. And this is a 260 balloon. Now, in order for this to work, the best thing to do is cut off the end. Because as you're twisting, this can fill up with air, and then that won't work. So, what you have to do is pull this extremely tight and wrap it around at least 3 or 4 times. I'm going to go a 5th because I did 3 or 4 and I didn't get anywhere, did I? And then you take the other one and you wrap that around in the other direction. Now watch us not be able to pull up our string now. I was able to get it up yesterday, but it must have been why I had a hole and why it deflated overnight. Oh, good. Nanny Dot was having trouble getting it to work. All right. So let's try this again. And you know what? I thought those fit in there, but I guess they don't. Let's just try this. Come on. As soon as you push it down, the air starts, and then it blows it, the plastic right off the side. I wish they had like grippers on these things, like a rubber membrane around the outside, so that when you put this on, it would just stay in place. Just going to tie a little bit on the end with this, because now we have to work our string. Not hearing any deflating. All right, now where's our string? There it is. All right. So now I'm going broke. That's what you want to be able to do. And then I found that I kind of like the stuff in front, but I have to work at this. See, like I said, if it's in the balloon machine, you have access just to stick your hand down in there and move stuff around. But now I got everything stuck in back of the outfit. There. Okay, let's try that again. So frustrating. I flipped this poor outfit around so much yesterday. I really would have liked one more. And see, by getting all the weight on the outfit, I can kind of work the outfit around, because I want the outfit to be lined up with the two seams. Because when I put it in the basket and I cover this up, the ribbon is going to cover the seam. But if you're thinking about doing this, I would definitely go with these in clear, because this is visible. That will be visible because I'm going to have to tie that off too. And you know what I think I'm going to do? I think I'm going to leave these just the way they are and see if it goes down overnight. And if it doesn't go down overnight, then I will put everything back together. I think that's my best bet. But see, I don't like how crooked this is, because I got half of his outfit falling off the one side. I'm just trying to push it through the balloon. Get that there. And see, I wanted to put this little doggy in there. I wanted to put another balloon in there and have everything sitting in the front, or at least a couple of balloons like these positioned around it, so the legs and everything kind of get buried in it. Okay, and then this was my box from yesterday that I covered with tissue paper. I filled it with stuffing. I taped this one long piece to the inside of the box. Then I pulled this up to here like that. That I'm just going to leave where it is, because if it deflates overnight, because I probably won't get to see it until tomorrow, then I'll be able to redo it. Or I'll put it in the machine and I'll give you a chance to see the machine in business. And then I had this tied up here like that. So I think that's what we'll do. We'll just leave it and see if it deflates. Or I'll take it to them tonight, and if it deflates, then they can just pull the outfit out. I actually threw some of this tubing in here because I thought that really gave it some snap. So we'll see how it does. But I have to master it because I want people to see what you can do with it. Now, I don't think he'd look that great sitting on top. Well, actually, it could kind of... Oh gosh, I'm sorry. I'm just, we'll just let him hang there. But that's what it looked like. And I don't know if you can see the outfit in there. It just looks so cute. And I thought, you know, for a little girl's outfit, it might be really cute to throw some of that loopy yarn in there and then put some netting in there and put a little pair of shoes and a hair bow. There. So that's what that looks like. So I don't know. I think I'm better off just giving it to him right away, because then if it goes down, they can just pull the outfit right out. We'll kind of tie this around here. I think that looks kind of cute with him on the outside, doesn't it? Oh, we got to do what we got to do now. All right. I knew there was one more thing. I finally got on to my scan and cut, which is exactly like a Cricut. Okay. This needs to be tied tighter at the top. He's weighting it down on that side. I'll put some of those sticky tapes in there. Okay. But for this, we're going to add wording to it. So I already printed it off and pulled out the big piece. So now all we have to do is pull out the center of some of the letters. It just, I mean, can you imagine taking this to a baby shower? Like it just screams adorable. I only have a little bit of this transfer tape that I keep reusing here. So I don't know if it's going to grab that. Let's see. It worked okay yesterday. The transfer tape actually sticks to the lettering, so the back of the lettering is sticky. And when the back of the lettering is sticky, it'll adhere where you put it. And sometimes it's easier if you kind of pull it straight down like that. Oh, got a piece of fishing line. Come on. This just needs a little coaxing. There we go. Like I said, it's really heavily used transfer tape. Come on. But you can do this with a Cricut. There we go. And then we're going to put it right up here. could not do this with the latex. You can only do this on the Bobo balloons. Okay. And we'll take this little piece down here. I have to turn this around. I can't do it backwards. Yeah. Definitely have to tape the ribbon to the balloon. All right. Oops. This is his first Valentine's, so we had to make it really special. And this definitely has to be pulled down because and tape because of the weight of that puppy. Come on. I'm giving you a visual. There's a lot I can't do. Marsha, but thank you. Let's try and put him in the middle. There. All right. So what I wanted to show you, we did the one for my granddaughter, but then I did these two for my other two youngest grandsons. Okay. One is into dinosaurs, and that's Nolan. So what I did was, I'll zoom you in so you can see it. I put a dinosaur on there and in his name. These are the boxes that we're making. And then Gordon is into Spidey, little Spider-Man. So I found a heart-shaped web, and then I put his name through that. And of course I did one for my granddaughter that you watched. But aren't those adorable? These were like $1. These are like 12 cents a piece. Then that has a box of candy in the back with some lollipops and some crowns. And the crowns I just attached to the back with those pro dashes. But there's that. That went faster than I thought it was going to go, but it would have been easier on the machine. So once I learned the machine, thank you, Tiff, thanks, thank you, Rachel. Once I learn the machine, then I'll bring the machine in, and we'll do it up really big. We'll do it right. That's a lot harder, but the Bobo balloons don't fit on every machine. So I have 3 types that I bought. So now I got to sit and play with that machine to see which ones will work on it. But this is just, I mean, okay, you get a birthday present in a box. But if that birthday present is in a balloon, look at how much of a presentation you've got. I mean, they're not hard. And like I said, you can do it with this and you can do it with this, depending on like how far you want to take it. My original startup was $65. I've blown that out of the water by buying the big one. But I think for me, the big one's going to be easier because the lid just comes up and stands up, where the other one you had to take this off. You had to put your hand down through here. You had to, it was just so awkward. And the tube was so tight that it just made it flip on you all the time. So this is going back with the other machine. But I wanted to try the new one to see if if I like one better than the other. So why not? One's free shipping back, the other's not, but at least I'll know which one I feel more comfortable with. It's like when you go to buy a car, you go to the dealer, you try out different cars. Well, I'm trying out different balloon stuffing machines, so we'll see what happens. I know, I'm half tempted to make a run and deliver these, but I don't know if their parents have plans for tonight. So, well, that's pretty much all I have for today. Rachel will be on tomorrow at 7 Central Time. I thank you all for joining. I thank you all for sharing, hitting the thumbs up, you know, all that stuff. I really appreciate it. I promise I'll do a wreath or something next week. I'm just so excited about this because to me, I'm a visual learner, and visually is how I purchase things. And to me, this would be amazing to get as a gift. And it's something so simple. So, all right, you all have a great Valentine's evening. Enjoy. And I love you all.